So my topic is on Nakshatra Suktam. So I just shared a PDF file. I will take first shloka. The PDF file you all can download. Okay, so what happens, like everybody know we have four Vedas. Okay, Rigved, Samved, Yajurved, Atharved. So in these Vedas, see, the interpretation of these Vedas are not possible. Okay, so whatever commentaries or interpretation you have seen in the books, okay, those are authors are trying from themselves. That is a different thing. But the actual commentary or understanding of Vedas are not possible because these Vedas are apaurishya. Apaurishya means those are never written. Those are original form of knowledge that our Rishi acquired that knowledge in the form of meditation and all these things. We call them apaurishya, never created. So in our Vedas, other than these four Vedas, we have different segments, okay, different uh, sections of Vedas. Out of this, you can see this first line. It is giving you the reference, Tattariya Brahmanam. So Brahman Granths are there, the different kinds of Brahman Granth, and every form of that Brahman Granth text contains specific knowledge in it. Okay, like Yajurved Yajurved gives us the original form of knowledge, like how to do yagyas, okay, what are the uses and all these things. But those are not easy to decode. Okay, so for that purpose, there is a specific form of Brahman Granth. We name it Brahman Granth. Okay, it gives you detailed description of each and every thing that is given in the original Veda, from Yajurveda or Atharveda, whatever it is. So for understanding those Vedas, we have other formats of text. Out of those texts, this is one of Tattariya Brahmanam. Okay, so in this section, you will find the Nakshatra Sukta. Other than this Nakshatra Sukta, in Atharveda also, there is another collection of mantra that talks about nakshatras. Other than Atharveda, Adi Guru Shankaracharya also created Nakshatra Malika. It also gives us very important clues regarding the nakshatras. There is another stotra, Narsimha Nakshatra Malika. That is less explored stotra. Very few people know it. Now, in this Nakshatra Sukta, you will see they are talking about nakshatra. Okay, all nakshatras one by one. Okay, some informations they have given. So in today's lecture, quickly I will take only the first part of this whole Nakshatra Sukta. So in this PDF file, you will see the English transliteration also at the end of this PDF. If anybody want to know this, you will find it. So let me share my presentation. Okay, first shloka. See, in our Vedas, nakshatra, they start from the Krittika, not from the Ashwani. Okay, if you see Sarvotapatra Chakra, there also we start from the Krittika. There are other form of nakshatra chakras. Okay, you will see the old format, they start from the Krittika. Okay, but when you use Rashi, okay, 12 Rashis. So obviously our Rashi start from the Aries. So first nakshatra we use there from Ashwani. But when you study only nakshatra, the original format of Veda, okay, they start from the Krittika nakshatra. And there are a lot of reasons for it. The very first reason, you will see the first word of this sukta, that is Agni. Okay, so very first Richa of Rigved, Agni Mile Purohitam, that also start from the Agni. So everything in Veda, they first invoke the blessings of Agni. And in this suktam also, very first, they start with Agni and they relate Agni with the first nakshatra, that is Krittika. Okay, you can see the last paragraph. So the shloka says, invoke Agni through Krittika, offer rightly, receive light and be protected. See the highlighted word. These are the main things that we can learn from this first sukta. And very important thing, invoke Agni through Krittika. You know, in Vedas, they invoke Agni through different mediums. They invoke Lakshmi with Agni. Okay, so very first shloka of Sri Sukta says, "O Agni, bring me Lakshmi." So you can't invite Lakshmi without Agni. People say, "Na, you have to invite, you have to pray Vishnu, then only Lakshmi appear." That is totally wrong concept. Okay, so Sri Suktam is one of the oldest. Okay, every other stotra they have created later on. So whether it's a Lakshmi, whether it's a form of Rudra, everything you have to invoke Agni. Agni means it's a denotion of karma. So when we invite Lakshmi, so we say Through Agni, O Agni, invite Lakshmi to me. For me, invite Lakshmi. Agni means Rishi is saying, through karma, bless me with Lakshmi. If you need money, you have to do karma activities. So here also, invoke Agni through Krittika. If you want to do your activity in right manner, so first shloka is giving you that knowledge that through Krittika, you have to invoke Agni. If you have the knowledge of Krittika, Nakshatra, or whatever knowledge that Krittika is giving you can invoke Agni anytime. And through that Agni, whether you do Rudrabhishek, in Rudrabhishek also Agni is important. In Shri Suktam also Agni is important. In Purush Sukta also Agni is important. So for every Agni, this is the first lesson, Krittika. Understanding everybody? So this first shloka, the whole essence of this is invoke Agni through Krittika. And there are 2-3 things. Right thing we need to offer, how to receive the blessings or light, and to be protected. These are the 3 major keywords in the first shloka of this Krittika. Okay, so let me explain this one by one. See the very first line of this. See, we have to decode the predictive methods from the shloka only. See, very first line. Okay, Agni. Okay, they are relating Agni to Krittika. Okay, Agni plus Krittika. And they are saying protection. So Agni means, as everybody know, fire god. And Krittika is a star. Okay, it's a group of stars, Nakshatra. And that is ruled by Agni. Okay, so this line means, may the divine fire, okay, divine Agni, okay, together with this Nakshatra, okay, we consider them as a powerful star and it protects us. But protection does not mean just saving you from the problems. So in astrology, in our Jyotish, protection means keeping your dharma clean. Okay, your path, your duty, or your purpose, or whatever it is. Okay, so Krittika protects us by burning the wrong, removing the dirt, and cutting the negative things or false things from your life. So in your horoscope, wherever Krittika Nakshatra falls, or let's say moon is placed there, we call it our Rashi, correct? Or Lagna is placed in Krittika Nakshatra, moon is placed in Krittika Nakshatra, or any prominent planet placed in Krittika Nakshatra. Prominent planet means any exalted planet. Okay, obviously all exalted planet is not in the Krittika Nakshatra, but I'm saying prominent means some special status that planet should have. Okay, good dignity. If those planets are placed in Krittika Nakshatra, so you are supposed to purify that area. Suppose if moon is in Krittika Nakshatra, your mind need to be cleaned of false emotions. So you must learn to be sharp, okay, not sentimental. Okay, if you know this art, obviously you can invoke Agni, or whatever karma you do, you will always do in right direction. Understanding everybody? If Mercury, let's say Mercury is in Krittika Nakshatra, how are you going to use this statement of Agni? They must refine their speech. Okay, remove unnecessary talk, don't do gossips, and speak truth even if it harms or cut. This is the protection of Agni. It burns the lie, not whole people, not whole person. This is the first thing that we need to understand here. Okay, we call it Agni Raksha rule. Okay, so in that whole first shloka, these are the major things. Okay, Agni na patu kritiha. Protection comes when Krittika fire is used correctly. That I already explained just now. Okay, first part. Second is idam asma. Okay, vitakshanam. Krittika gives you sharp seeing. Okay, third is Havish. Havisha means that you offer to Agni. Okay, we offer Havan Samagri, correct? We call it Havisha. So it is saying offer the essence, okay, not offer everything. Whatever is coming in your hand, we are not offering to Agni in Ayagya. We offer every time the essence of whatever we have. That is showing you the act of burning the impurity, or whatever excess you have, you remove that. So let me explain this next 2 part, okay? Vichakshana and Havish. So let's go back to that original shloka. So Agni Raksha rule we have seen. Vichakshana. See this part. Vichakshanam. Idamasam Vichakshanam. Okay, English translation is given at the end of this PDF also. Okay. If anybody need, they can also see this. So Vichakshana, it's a kind of a test. That Krittika gives you the power to see through lie. Okay, detect the hidden fault. Okay, and explore the impurity. So you will identify the impurities. So in the nakshatra, it means this is a truth-based cleaning ability of the Krittika nakshatra. There are a lot of applications of this Vichakshana form of Krittika. In Prashna, you can use it to diagnose the hidden things. If you're casting a prashna, if Lagna is in Krittika or any Karyesh or Lagnesh, correct? There are two concepts in the prashna. If Lagna Lord or the relevant planet falls in the Krittika Nakshatra, so it will help you to diagnose, to find the hidden causes. If it is a health issue, it will give you the hidden things. If you use it in Muhurta, the same concept. So when you're choosing dates for, okay, anything like maybe audit or surgery, there you can use this concept of Vichakshana. In your natal horoscope, you can use it to see who, like, through this concept, you can identify the lie, whether person is true or not. And in mundane Jyotish, you can use the same concept to spot the timings when big truth get revealed by the government or may something major event. Okay, how you are going to use it? Check if moon is in Kritika Nakshatra or Mercury is in Kritika, connected to Kritika. So this shows the time of fact checking, correct, sharp vision, exposure. I understand this part. In natal horoscope, if let's say if Mercury is in Kritika Nakshatra, if Mercury is in Kritika Nakshatra, the person is natural editor, okay, who can find faults, lawyer, surgeon, critic, okay, if Mercury in Kritika Nakshatra. So any kind of activity that involves finding small mistakes or fault that you can assign here. Okay, if moon is in Kritika Nakshatra, their mind catches fault quickly. Okay, but they need to learn. Okay, they must not become too harsh. Whenever sun transit in Kritika Nakshatra, obviously it is going to happen once in a year, correct? Once in a year, sun will transit. A Mercury transit, so we can expect public exposed. Government, okay, something related to government start exposing himself. Okay, some event happens. Okay, quality check, document revisions, okay, media sting operations. These all are connected to this character, Vichakshana of Kritika. In Prashna, somebody asks you, why was my loan rejected? Very basic question. If moon is in Kritika Nakshatra in that Prashna, paperwork has some flaw and system caught it. You fix it and you move ahead. You will get loan. If anything prominent in the Kritika Nakshatra, Kritika, any plant placed in Kritika Nakshatra, so these details you can use. So next is Havisha. Havisha means it's a kind of a exchange protocol, correct? It teaches us to exchange selective sacrifice. You should not throw your whole life into the fire. Kritika Nakshatra is all about fire, correct? We need to put ourselves in the fire. Okay, but this word Havisha of Kritika Nakshatra is giving you understanding that you should not throw your whole life into the fire. You must learn what to let go and what to protect. Burn the impurity, not the whole essence. Now, what kind of predictive technique you can derive out of it? In natal horoscope, as a remedial rule, you can use it to align your karma. In Prashna, when somebody asks, what should I do now? Then you can use this concept. Okay, let me explain it with example small. Okay, step by step, how we are going to use it. First, identify any planet in Kritika Nakshatra, any planet. Once you identify, you have to find out the impurity based on that planet. Like sun, what does impurity sun have? Sun have impurity of ego and show off. If sun is in Kritika Nakshatra, just you have to learn, just leave the ego and show off. That is the Havish of Kritika Nakshatra for sun. What is the impurity for moon? Mood swings, dependency. Remove it from your life. If moon is in Kritika Nakshatra, control mood swings and don't be dependent on others. That is Havish energy you are going to use. Okay, if Mars is in Kritika Nakshatra, you have to cut anger and impulsiveness. Okay, that is a message of Havish in the shloka, correct? Mercury in Kritika Nakshatra, leave sarcasm and gossiping. Jupiter in Kritika Nakshatra, judgment or over teaching, that over preaching. Don't give unnecessary gyan. Okay, give only the essence of your knowledge. Venus in Kritika, overindulgence. Saturn in Kritika, laziness and bitterness. You have to cut this off. We say na in Kritika Nakshatra, the famous technique is cut. It will cut. But what to cut and how much to cut? So this shloka is giving me that information. Havish, not to cut everything, only the specific part. Rahu in Kritika Nakshatra, what you can use as a Havish, greed, and Ketu, escapism. And if these planets have in Kritika Nakshatra, you will see these qualities those people have. Only they need to get rid of it. Offer it as a Havish to Agni. That's it. You will get mastery on the Kritika and you will become perfect in your Agni action. I hope this point is clear. And the second last part of this shloka is Yasya Bhanti Rashmayo Yasya Ketavaha. Let me mark it quickly. This. What is the meaning of this? Visibility after cut. Okay, visibility after cut. The mantra, this particular line is saying your raise. Raise means talent, we are talking, correct? In modern context, this is a talent. What you have to show. So your talent and your reputation only shine after sacrifice is correct. After you offer your part of Havish to Agni, then your Krittika will flourish. Then your talent and reputation is visible to everybody. If you go public before cleaning, if you go public before you do this yagya, correct? Your fault will also become visible to everybody. So the first shloka teaching of the Krittika is to become perfect. Okay, when you perform any action, you should get rid of your all negative things, then you do your activity in practical sense. So whenever we choose any muhurat, okay, for announcement, for launch, for any publications, if in that muhurat, if you see Kritika Nakshatra, just be careful. It is giving you the hint. Before you make this announcement, in this muhurat, leave that negative fault. Negative means whatever planets I have explained you know, that particular fault you need to remove from that work. Your muhurat automatically becomes perfect. If in Prashna, again Kritika Nakshatra, you see, will I get attention or recognition? You know what to do because Kritika is there. You offer this part of yours as a Havish and you will get recognition easily. I am understanding the base of it. Okay, it's very simple. And identify the planet and just add this understanding of Kritika Nakshatra one by one. And the last part is Bhuvanani. Okay, we'll understand it means it's a stability, correct? It means it's all about infrastructure. Bhuvanani Sarva. Agni with Krtika is the one on whom the whole world stands. But it must test the system first. If unfit, it will collapse. Simple understanding of this line. Where to apply? In mundane Jyotish, like for policies, for governance, for any inspection, public services. If you're making this kind of prediction, if you see Kritika Nakshatra, then this rule is important. Okay, it means you need to build this structure. And whatever structure means, whatever it can be, correct? Maybe you are starting, you all are learning new courses. And when you start that course, if you find Kritika Nakshatra, you are starting on the Kritika Nakshatra day, or your moon sign is in Kritika Nakshatra, or your Jupiter in Kritika Nakshatra, and you're starting this course. So what you require? You need to build the infrastructure first, Bhuvanani. You need to have the clear understanding what to study, how to study, that infrastructure, you build it, everything, then you start. Then you achieve the success part. This is what Kritika Nakshatra is teaching us in this information.